The mission of Holy Angels is to raise saints, to nurture sanctity in our students. We're making scholars too, but the goal is saints, and then the scholarship, the intellectual, academic rigor, all of that stuff follows when our eyes are on Christ. And so Tahlia becomes this wonderful example of how that occurs here at this school. And she's one of a number of examples of how the faith is outpoured into our students.
When I came to Holy Angels, it was very different from when I was homeschooled. I actually shadowed for a day first, and then it went great, so I was there the next day. It was a big change, but I was excited for all the new opportunities that I would get.
We were just big supporters of making sure that Tahlia was able to be a student here, and we saw firsthand the benefit that a Catholic education at Holy Angels Academy had for her. Although coming from maybe not our traditional student background, families that have had long-standing ties, her presence makes the school better.
My experience with the Catholic Church before coming to Holy Angels was like almost nothing. It was a lot to learn, but I really enjoyed being there because everyone was so nice.
When a student comes to Holy Angels, they don't just receive a lecture on the faith. They get to experience the Catholic life.
One of the other things that I think really sets Holy Angels Academy apart from maybe some other schools that you would visit is that fostering of virtue, is that building of character. We are very intentional about making sure our students learn what it means to be respectful of others and of oneself. And there's very great attention paid to those things. Of course, we have very bright students. Of course, we have students who go into intellectually rigorous and demanding careers. But ultimately, we see that as a byproduct of instilling virtue and in building character.
It was interesting because I never had heard of any of that stuff before. You have a general idea, but then I was put into this, and it was interesting learning about what everyone else believed.
Her joy for life. I think the word I would look for it is an exuberance for life. It's hard to not come away with a more positive outlook on what's going on in the day when you're around her.
I didn't feel like an outsider or any less than the others because they were just so welcoming. I still felt like I was part of everyone else.
Tahlia's always filled with joy. There's not a joke or a remark or anything that's related to joy that Tahlia misses out on.
Seeing Catholic education at work in a student such as her is inspiring to us. Students like Tahlia are the reason that we do what we do in Catholic education.
I remember when Father Sexton came, that's when it started to change. And he would preach at Mass, and I could just really understand him, and that really helped.
So I met Tahlia Stagel last year in biology class when I first started working here at Holy Angels, and she was a bright, enthusiastic, and very skilled student.
I just started actually paying more attention to everything that was going on, because I was thinking and praying for a while, and I was like, this is right. And so I went to him first, and I told him, and he was so happy.
She looked me square in the eye and said, "Father, I want to enter the church." This was a sort of an astonishing moment. I knew that she was not Catholic, but I did not see the depths of the work that the Holy Spirit was doing in her heart. And to see in that moment this desire manifest is something truly beautiful.
I was actually baptized and confirmed, and I took my first communion this past Easter.
Her reception into full communion with the church through the sacraments of baptism, confirmation, and Holy Eucharist is a culmination of what she's been working towards since she came to Holy Angels Academy.
Not only has the school prepared me for the future in college and what's coming up, but it's also prepared me for eternity.
It's a wonderful thing to see that a school like Holy Angels sows the seeds of the faith, and to see those moments where there's this definitive change, this outpouring of grace into their hearts as they are adopted as children of God. It's a wonderful thing.
At Holy Angels Academy, we certainly celebrate young men and young women going off to have careers in the field of their choosing, to be successful in the eyes of the world. But at the end of the day, We see as our largest accomplishment what took place at Easter Vigil with Tahlia, entering into the church, receiving the sacraments. It's the pinnacle of what Holy Angels is striving to do on a weekly basis.